It doesn't take a musician to tell you the trumpet player could use some practice. Yet, go practice is a mantra heard by students of instruments everywhere, oftentimes without further directions from their teacher about how to practice. There are a million categories that one could focus on trying to improve, but if you ask a wind player what the most frustrating experiences in these categories are, they will tell you, repeatedly messing up the fingerings of a part they're trying to play. After all, playing a wind instrument at the top level requires breath control, a calculated embouchure, attention to tone, stylistic articulation, meaningful dynamics, and a tasteful phrasing. Getting the fingerings right is a prerequisite to all of these, and something that's simply expected. Yet, even the most seasoned instrumentalist will still struggle for a while learning the correct fingerings to difficult pieces, especially if they're fast and relatively technical.
That's where we come in. Pratique is a company focused on improving the productivity of practicing music so that people don't have to use up all their time just learning the notes. Our device's concept is simple: teach you the muscle memory and fingerings to a passage by actually showing your fingers how it's done. This is achieved by attaching motors to a set of cylinders resembling brass valves. With state-of-the-art image processing algorithms, you can simply take a picture of a piece of sheet music you want to learn. After transferring this information to the device, the motors will automatically play the part. The motors will get the valves moving, but your fingers need to move too. To accomplish this, as you can see in the picture, there are small Velcro buttons on top of each cylinder. Packaged alongside our device is a glove with the Velcro to match. Since your fingers are stuck to the valve, as the motors play the song, you will too.
As can be seen, only the bare minimum of a trumpet's valve mechanism is incorporated, but the feel of the valves exactly replicates those on a real trumpet when the motors are disengaged. More comfortable gloves come in multiple sizes with Velcro on the index, middle, and ring fingers, corresponding to those you would normally use on valves. The hook side of the Velcro is at the top of each valve, while the soft loop side is on the glove so as not to inadvertently catch on other cloths when non-attached. The compact shape of the device is the same width as a real trumpet to match its ergonomic size with room extended below to house the motors and other internals. Just let the valves do their work as they effortlessly pull your fingers along with them. Further, without the need for painstaking manufacturing precision needed on a fully functional trumpet, we at Pratique provide practice instruments at a fraction of the cost of a professional trumpet with the exact same feel.
There are two major markets that Pratique aims to penetrate. First is US public education. US spends $18 million budget on music education every year. Also, according to Music Trade Survey, 25% of the budget for musical instrument purchase were done to brass instrument, averaging 240,000 of instruments per year. Another market for public who plays bass instruments as hobby. There are 27.8 million people playing musical instruments as a hobby in the United States. However, according to the Associated Board of Royal School of Music, 48% of those adult players and 37% of child players did not have any musical instrument lessons, making them prone to have wrong fingerings.
The prototype that was demonstrated in this video was designed specifically for trumpet players. However, most brass instruments such as French horn and tuba are very similar to trumpet. With some small modifications to the valves, this design can be readily used for practicing other brass instruments. Another future direction is to include woodwind instruments. Although woodwind instruments have a different mechanism to produce pitches, the idea of using motors to enforce fingering is still applicable. In this video, we presented to you that fingering is a common technical challenge that a lot of wind instrument players encounter, and it is often time-consuming to practice. Pratique has currently developed a device that will allow the users to practice fingering for any given score. They can develop muscle memory through using this device. Given the amount of resources people have put in instrumental music, we are confident that there is a large target market. In the future, this design will be modified for other instruments to expand the market.